Starting off in your fragrance journey, it's very easy to make a lot of mistakes. In today's video, I'm going to be going over 7 fragrance mistakes that men make. Number 1 is going to be not taking care of yourself, as in not having any sort of hygiene routine, any sort of self-care, grooming kind of routine. It's very easy for us to kind of throw on cologne and think that it's going to make us improve us, be more attractive. It's going to be X, Y, and Z. It's going to really boost confidence, but there's a lot more to it than just simply buying cologne. If you have this guy who is diet is on point, everything's on point, grooming, self-care, but he's wearing Axe body spray, this guy is going to be more attractive. He's going to be more confident than somebody who is simply just eating Doritos, junk food, X, Y, and Z, and wearing Creed Memphis. It is very, very important that you have some sort of self-care, hygiene kind of routine. And once you have that down, then you can pick up your fragrances, especially if your goal is to be more confident and more attractive. And number 2 on this list is going to be storing your fragrances properly. And as you can see here, I do have a ton of fragrances in this room, but this room is very climate controlled. There's a bunch of fans in here. Lights are off. The windows here are going to be closed. There's no light getting in. I myself have made the mistake of storing fragrances in, say, the bathroom where where the humidity can get to it, or in my car, or simply in just high light areas. That can have a major impact on your fragrance. So if you go out and spend $100 on that new Giorgio Armani fragrance, you don't want to have it stored in the sunlight. Now, if you do want to have one in your car, if you want to have something that you can take and go with you, I suggest getting something kind of like this. This is a Pete & Pedro. This is a portable sprayer. You can take this with you, kind of just go, fill it up right there, and it saves your bottle of cologne from being ruined by the heat. And again, guys, number 2 is going to be storing your cologne properly and out of the sunlight. Number 3 is going to be to avoid things like scented lotions, things that compete with your current fragrance. Let's say you're picking out your fragrance today to be Creed Memphis, and your Old Spice is overpowering it. And whenever possible, I try not to use things that have strong fragrances outside of my actual fragrance. And that is why I'm excited to have Teach Hanley as the sponsor of today's video, simply because their products don't contain any added fragrances. If you've seen my review of their products, you already know that I enjoy and I use them. If you're not familiar, Teach Hanley is a men's skincare system that is delivered directly to your door. They give you all the products that you need and none that you don't. If you're new to skincare and don't know where to start, I recommend buying their level 1 skincare system. That comes with all the basics. You get your daily face wash, you get your 2 times a week exfoliating scrub, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20, and they made it very affordable. So you can get all of that for just $25. And if you are new to it, they do break it down pretty precise on how you should use all the products. And because they're sponsoring this video, with your first box, you get a free toiletry bag. And number 4 on this list is going to be applying your fragrance at the correct time. You don't want to be going off to work and then spraying literally as you walk in the door. And you don't want to be spraying an hour before you get to work. What works best for me is going to be 30 minutes before you get somewhere. Whether that have you applying in a car or before you leave. 30 minutes has been the perfect time. And number 5 is going to be spraying too light. Now, as much as we all want that to get us through a 12-hour workday, it's not going to do it. Not only that, but underspraying a fragrance can make you think that you wasted your money on something that doesn't perform well, when in reality, it's just being underused. I have made it a habit to apply 7 times, and that could be with Leighton or Knock of Voyage. Now, number 6 might be kind of ironic for me to be telling you guys. Number 6 is going to be buying too many fragrances. Because it's new, just because it's on sale, does not mean that you need it. And just because you saw Jeremy Fragrance or the Fragrance Apprentice talk about it, doesn't mean you got to buy it. Well, if George said it's okay, I mean, it's probably okay to buy. If you're selling them, that's a different story, but just for you to own personally, you're never gonna wear 500 plus fragrances. And number 7 is gonna be attempting to find a signature scent. Now, if you have found your signature scent as one cologne, awesome, but that's pretty rare. I personally think finding certain style fragrances is gonna be much more realistic. Like, let's say that you like Creed Memphis, okay? Then chances are you're probably gonna like something like Citra Poise by Mancera or Rebel by Pete & Pedro, or really any kind of a vintage cologne. But each one, in my opinion, is a bit more unique, a bit different. But guys, that was 7 fragrance mistakes that a lot of men make. I'm glad you came to see me. And guys, like I always say, keep it gent, love your scent, and I'll see you all next time.